What's up, besties?
Hey.
Sweet Misha.
Hey.
We definitely just took some time out to just get our content going, get our Instagrams going, just trying to build that support system. So if you know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, tell them to like and follow. And that's everything that's been going on with me as far as the B&B. What's been going on with you?
Like she said, we just took a break. Like the last episode we filmed before this one was so great. Like my sister was like, okay, hold on. We need to work on TikTok, getting more followers and stuff because we want these like really good episodes to go somewhere. Like I feel like we got a consistent like 80 followers that look at our shit. And we just want more. We need a huge B&B family. So that's what we've been on. Our TikTok is below, Instagram is below, all of that. Follow us, like, subscribe. So what you been on personally? What's been going on with you, B&B?
Oh, nothing. I just been working. The kids back in school. Kids back in school.
Do we need a shot? Come on.
The kids back in school. I don't think y'all heard me when I say that.
Clink, clink. Okay, my baby always been in daycare, but seriously though.
But kids back in school, life good, just working on my mental, working on, taking things day by day.
Good. I know that's right. Same here, bitch. Same here for real. We just literally still been together every weekend because we still have been doing stuff for the podcast. We just want everything to be better and better. So we've been doing that, working, parenting. Like she said, kids back in school. Now I can call her and not her. Sit your ass the fuck down. Girl, yeah, what you say? Now we could just have a conversation.
That's a mama for your ass. Cause baby, and that's manifestation.
Period.
Very demure. You don't like that?
T.
You don't like that?
I don't. I don't.
I'm getting older, so I gotta keep up with the trend. So that's the trend. Very demure. So
what does it mean? I don't get it. Where did it come from?
It
pissed me off so much. I didn't
even beautiful, very demure. It just sounds good. That's just what I gotta keep up with the trend. So that's what the trend is. Demure.
What demure mean?
I don't fucking know. I personally don't like it, but it do sound good. So
I'm gonna demure your ass. You see what I'm saying? It could sound bad. I'm gonna demure your ass, bitch. It's like I could beat your ass.
But the trend isn't a bad. It's a very beautiful, very classy, very demure. It's given like it's sophisticated.
Get into the topic.
I should marry. But anywho, so today's topic is how did you get diagnosed with cancer?
Okay. So I always say that whole I was told it was a milk duct. So I had breastfed my baby.
You was told it was a what?
A milk duct.
Okay. When you like what's a milk duct?
When you breastfeed and it's just like a swollen gland of milk basically that won't come out your nipple because it's just like clogged in. Mm-hmm. So I felt the lump and I had been telling her for like 6 months. And like, y'all, this doctor, she had been my OBGYN for like 4 to 6 months. Like, I be at my OBGYN more than my PCP. Yeah. You hear me? Like, I'm always in there, like, bitch, check me out, like, I'm like into my body type shit. So I was always in her and like, she never like steered me the wrong way. Every time I said something, she like listened to my concerns. So when I told her, she was like, you breastfeeding, it's a milk duct, whatever. And I did catch mastitis. And mastitis, I might be saying it wrong. It's where you get it's an infection from you having a milk duct. You can catch a fever, all of that. So I did catch it. So it made sense. Like, okay, this is a swollen milk duct. So as time go by, whatever.
How long did time go by before you realized it was something more than what it was?
I didn't realize it was what it was until the bitch told me. Honestly, I feel like I was still thinking it was a milk duct until that lady looked at me and told me.
But I'm saying, how long was you thinking it was a milk duct?
6 to 8 months. Like, so at 8 months, I'm like, okay, I had just called again. And by this time, I had talked to her. I talked to her nurses. I had been calling like, hey, do y'all want to send me up another appointment because it's still here? They like, no, keep doing this. We'll send you this medicine. Like, bitch, it had been a process. Mm-hmm. So by this time, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of hearing the same thing. So I called again and I'm like, I feel another lump. And she was like, okay, I'll call her and see if we can get a referral. Come back like 2-3 days later. She was like, you got the referral. So I'm like, babe, wait. I go, and this is African lady, y'all. When I walk in, it was all black women. You know, that's my shits. Like just seeing all black doctors or whatever. So I'm like, okay, I'm in good hands. Everything was cool. She looking at me and she's like, okay, what's going on? And I'm like, I think I got to swallow milk duct. Girl, I just need you to, I got to do like an ultrasound to get the milk duct over. I'm like, girl, just do the ultrasound so I can go home. Bitch, I'm telling her what I need because I'm thinking this is what it is. And she looking or whatever, and she like, I want you to get an ultrasound like that fast. And I was like, okay, like you gotta do an ultrasound anyway to get rid of it. So the lady, she sent me to the bag. By this time, I'm there for like 2 hours. Like she didn't even, it wasn't even like, no, most of the time you got to set up an appointment to get an ultrasound. She was like, no, I'm gonna have them see you today type shit. And in my head, I'm still just like, okay, she just wants some up, she see a black sister. So I'm waiting 2 hours or whatever. I do the ultrasound. And then they like, okay, want to do a mammogram. And I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all still not thinking shit at all. I don't know.
Was they making any faces of like any concerns or like?
See, though.
She just touched me and was like, I'm going to do an ultrasound. Like,
she did, but she's African. African doctors are always straight to the point. So I'm not thinking nothing of it. But the people that did my ultrasound and mammogram, they just talking to me. I mean, you be talking, how's your son? Oh, my son's 2 and just getting to know me just like on some. They wasn't looking like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bitch, poker faces was good, I guess. So I did the mammogram, and then the lady was like, okay, the doctor wants to see you again. And then as soon as she walked in the room, she said, it looked like cancer. And I was like, what?
The African lady?
Yeah. Now, mind you, I ain't seen this bitch go about 4 to 6 hours because I had been going through the waiting of the process to get the ultrasound, the waiting of the process to get the mammogram. And now they send me back to her to tell me this shit. And I was like, wait, what? Bitch, I ain't seen you since this morning. How you know? Did you look at everything? Like, are you sure? Like, are you sure? Like, what are you talking about? Like, girl, it was like she knew just by looking at my titty. So it's just like, bitch, how the fuck did you not know this for 6 to 8 months? And you know my body. Like the fact that you was my OBGYN for 4 to 6 months. And 4 to 6 years before I got pregnant. It's just like, it's like that African lady looked and knew. Exactly. And now that I go through the process of going through the doctor, like, bitch, I can look at somebody's face and I don't even need to wait on no test results or nothing, bitch. I know exactly. Like, just how her face was when she looked at me, they just showed me everything about like a doctor face when they know something bad. No bullshit.
So, what was your reaction? Like, what was your instant reaction when she was like, "It's cancer"? You like, wait, what? Like,
she said it looks like it's cancer because they have to do a biopsy to confirm. So I was like, what? And she was like, yes, it looks like it's cancer or whatever. And I'm just like, what? Like, I'm still like, what?
In shock.
Like what? Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, it can't be nothing else. Nothing. It can't be a cyst. It can't be it is. It can't be like nothing else. And she was like, no, I've been doing this for a minute. It looks like it's cancer. Like, she was like, I'm about 99% sure. But I'm gonna do. She's like, I'm gonna set up the biopsy. She's like, I'm gonna send you back to the back next week to set up the biopsy so we can confirm. So I'm like, okay, get to the back. I'm just fucking going nuts. I call my daddy. They called my sister. I don't even remember how they got my sister number.
When you called your daddy, what was your reaction like? Was it like, daddy, they saying they think I got cancer? Like,
yeah, I was like, they said I got cancer because my cousin, she was 30 and she died from stage 4 breast cancer. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it runs in my family type shit. Like, seriously. So he was like, so I called him. I'm like, they said it's cancer. I'm talking about my son. I'm like, my baby, blah, blah, blah. Don't know fucking how. They called my sister. My little sister is up there. She up there at the doctor's with me. By this time, it's fucking closed. It's 5 o'clock. I had been there all day. Bitch, I was supposed to go to work. I'm thinking it was going to be like a 8 to 12 process. And just seeing her getting the ultrasound. Bitch, I had been there all day. It's 5. They closed. So she was like, the process is we're supposed to schedule you for your biopsy. Bitch, they was like, fuck that. Ain't nobody going home. They did my biopsy on closing hours. Like, bitch, they did my biopsy during closing.
So you didn't even wait the week you were supposed to.
They, bitch, I guess because they seen how I was going crazy and how my family was there with me and shit. Like, they was like, nah, fuck no. Bitch, they did my biopsy during closing hours. Like, I was there getting a biopsy during closing hours. Bitch, when I left the parking lot, everybody was gone type shit. Like, the employees was leaving with me type shit. Damn. Like, girl, yes. So, bitch, that day, it was two of my home girls. We had went out. Bitch, they not knowing nothing.
Bitch. You went out that night?
Yes. I had planned to go out that night because I was thinking it was a milk duct. So I'm like, when they get rid of this, I'm just gonna stop breastfeeding so I won't get another one. So I was telling my stepmama, I'm like, can you keep him all weekend so I won't give him my titty? So when I got that news at the doctor, I told them, like, I really need y'all to get him this weekend. Like, bitch, I'm like, I can't even feed my motherfucking self right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like, I just get him this weekend. So me and my homegirls went out, bitch, they ain't knowing nothing.
But was you under the impression, like, damn, I probably got cancer? Or did you know, like, I got cancer? Like,
I do. I looked the doctor up online. Before I set up the appointment with her, I looked up online and I see her credentials. And I knew that bitch knew what the fuck she was talking about.
I'm talking about when they did the biopsy. Did you know anything that
no,
day?
They got to send it off to a lab.
Okay, but you just kind of knew, like, off GP, like,
just off GP. Like, I'm like, I'm already knowing what it is. Like, this is what it is. Like, so when she called me Monday when I was at work, I'm like, all right, it did come back positive for breast cancer. It was like HER2 positive, which is like basically all fucking hormones, which makes sense because we are females. So that's how I was diagnosed.
And your reaction was basically like, did you cry or like, did you like?
At the doctor, I did, but after that, no. Bitch, I think after that, I was just like,
want to get out.
No. I'm just like, it is what it is person. Like, bitch, if I could, I'd most likely get my way because I can. But with cancer, like, you could be the baddest bitch, the richest bitch, the whatever. Like, bitch, I'm just like, it is what it is. Like, hey, God, do what you do. Like, bitch, it is what it is. Like, I could go feed the homeless right now. That ain't gonna do shit to change this. So it wasn't even, bitch, I'm like, I'm not crying. Like, cry for what? It's not gonna change shit. It ain't gonna do shit, bitch. I'm just sitting there like.
But a lot of people don't really have that type of skin, so where like it is what it is. Like a motherfucker find out they got cancer, like a motherfucker can go into a depression. A motherfucker could go into like, oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do? Like, so how can you just like, I guess, be content with like it is what it is? Like, how can you have that mindset to where you can feel like, okay, this is what life's throwing at me. I just gotta take it for what it is and just try to move forward. Like, how can you just be like,
because I'm not gonna be miserable the fucking time that I'm here, sitting here like crying, and you know what I'm saying? Like, that's just gonna make the shit even worse. And then I feel like the support system I have, I know no matter what, my son gonna be good. Like his daddy, my sisters, like he gonna be good no matter what. So like I was dealt a shitty hand, but like if anybody was to be dealt a shitty hand, like I'm that bitch. Cause like I got a straight a good support system. Like I had went back and stayed with my daddy for like 4 or 5 months, and I don't think the depression hit me until like I was in the middle of treatment. Like I had the chemo and radiation at the same time. So I think then that's when I was like just staying in the house because like, you know, your body weak, you recovering and shit like that. So I think that was like my depressed time. But other than that, I'm not like, bitch, you got me fucked up. I don't fuck with nobody. So the fact that you think you finna come fuck with me, bitch, like this case is gonna be like, I'm so fucking tired of this bitch. She keeps trying to like, bitch, we gonna go toe to toe, like, cause fucking with me for what? Like that's how I had to look at it for a minute. But it's just like being sad is not gonna change the situation. Like you're just gonna be more miserable than what the fuck you are. Like, bitch, get a
do you have any like words for like people that are sad that go through stuff like that? Because everybody don't have like,
they don't
the type of skin that you do.
And I get they might not have the support system that I have either. Like when I found out, I had told her and I was like, leave me alone. Like I don't need you. I got my family. Don't call me. Like just give me time to go through this little treatment real quick and then let my body heal or whatever and I'll be back. And she was like, no. Like she was calling my family. She was like,
why would she even think for a second?
Because, but you know, that's how I am.
Right. Like, but like certain shit is like non-negotiable. Like,
I straight tell her just like leave me alone for like 6 to 8 months.
Did. She was like, just give me this time to my. And what type of friend would I be if I was just to talk to? But I had some friends honor that though.
I had one friend honor that though, and looking back at it now, I respect you for it because I think that's why me and her are not friends. Because it's like, bitch, I go through with you through the trials and tribulations, but you only there for me during the happy times. Even when you don't want me to go through the storms with you, I'm still there. So like she helped me see that like, bitch, your friends can be there just like your family. Because I ain't never let no friend be there for me because I'll switch up every day. But me and this bitch been friends since sophomore year. But that's just how I am.
She is, and that's why it just. I'm like, what do I do in a situation to where it's like you want to respect somebody's privacy, but then again, because I didn't want to be a burden, because she could have been like, I'm so serious, leave me the fuck alone. Like, like it could have went left, because sometimes people do need that space. Yeah. That's why I'm hitting up your family, like, whatever traumatically she's going through, like, let me know, because I don't want to keep blowing her up, and I don't want to feel like a burden or nothing like that. And they was like, okay, cool, like, and as time went on, and she knew, like, okay, this bitch ain't going nowhere. Let me just use her.
Yeah, my family calling me like, hey, what you doing? They act like they checking on me. Did you eat today? Yeah. So you talk to T? Hold on, y'all. My dog is annoying. You talk to T? I'm like, oh my God. This bitch called y'all again. Yeah, she just called and like, y'all, the bitch thick as thieves with my family. And she was close with them before, but like the fact that I straight told everybody outside my immediate family, I only told 3 people. And I was just like, leave me alone. Like, I only told them because I knew they wouldn't leave me alone if I didn't text them back.
And y'all.
But that was the only reason.
Y'all should have seen when she called me and told me, you would have thought the bitch was just calling and telling me some random shit. She's so content, and that's why I want to hear like what you have to say to people who don't have that thick skin like you, because some people don't have. I know some of the thick skin you got. I know I don't even have it, because ain't no telling how the fuck. I'm already just like a panicky person. So if a motherfucker was to tell me that, like, I probably would like flip the fuck out versus like, it is what it is, and I ain't got to do about it. Like, not saying that you said it deliberately like that, but I'm just saying you got it to where it's like, God got me, we gonna do it together, and it is what it is.
I like this episode is gonna go over the 30 minutes, y'all, so be ready, just because it's just like, it is something that happened last night that I want to tell you. But okay, what would I tell them?
Yeah, people who are like just
newly diagnosed, and because I feel like when I used to go to chemo, I used to be in there crying for everybody else. Like, I used to be walking through chemo, giving like the people in their chairs a hug. Like, if they was by themselves, like, do you need anything? Like, tell them. This lady was in the elevator one day crying, and I was just like, can I hug you? Like they shit made me more sad. But I think it's because I always had somebody there with me to go through it. You know what I'm saying? So like, for the newly diagnosed people, if you have somebody that will be there for you, let them in, because it will help going through it way easier. But like, I have went through some group therapies and seen people in chemo that just don't have people to go there with them. But then there's some people that just don't. 80% of us just don't tell nobody. Tell somebody. If you got family that's gonna be there for you, tell them. I promise you that transition is gonna be so much easier. Like, be hugging them people in them elevators and in them chairs and shit, they broke down crying. Like, you sit here struggling in pain by yourself for what? Say something if you got somebody that will be there for you, like, for real. And there's some people that just like got their own shit going on and they can't be there for nobody else. All right, fuck them. I get that shit. Like, but if you sure got family that's gonna be there, tell them and like let them be in. But like, that's how I was at first. Like, you don't want nobody to see it. Like, it's ugly.
Yeah, and also, that's why we shouldn't be high, because it just threw off. What's I about to say? That's why
2 days later,
I would suggest maybe like try not to wear it on your shoulders as much, because when you feel normal, you act and look normal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and I think that's what people be thinking after cancer, that we gonna go back to being normal, and you're just fucking not. You're not. Like, it's okay. Like, my work schedule is still not 100% full to what it used to be, and it never will, because I still got to go to the doctors, get my scans, hair and blood work, and that's perfectly fine. But bitch, when I walk up in that doctor, I'm the baddest bitch, feeling on fleek, bitch. My hair's done. I look like, and let it be your, like, your superpower, your wings, your, like, bitch. I always felt like I was that bitch, but bitch, now you can't tell me a motherfucking thing. Bitch, a bitch can knock me down and I'm gonna get back up and be like, bitch, who? Bitch, I'm not fucking morphine. Like, fuck is you talking about? Like, let that shit be your wing. Like, a bitch can't tell me nothing. Like, at all. Like, going through all of that, like, bitch, a bitch can tell me nothing. So why would I sit here and let this get me down?
And the fact that you did it, I just know other people can't do it too. Like, I know it's like other people that cannot wear it on their shoulders, or they can turn it around for the best or make the best out of it. And not saying that everybody different, so everybody go through stuff. So, I'm not like, oh well, don't be sad about it, because you probably had your days.
Like, I did. Like, and it pissed me off that I went through it. Like, I was so mad when I got out of my depression stage that I let it get me like that. Because I don't let nobody get me on my body. But when I started going to therapy about it, I had went to this counselor that only seen therapy patients. And he was like, your parents can equip you to handle finances or how to handle a breakup. He was like, nobody can equip you on how to handle a cancer diagnosis. Like, nobody could tell you how to navigate it or how to feel or how long to feel, or, nobody could give us a tool to be able to handle this shit. But, like, bitch, you just not finna just give me that. Yeah. You got the right bitch.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anything you want to say that you feel like you want the people to know about you as far as your cancer, or do you feel like is there something that nobody knows?
Be generous to yourself. It is okay. Don't beat yourself up. It is not your fault. Like, at first, I felt like, bitch, I slept with everybody and caught, like, AIDS. Like, I felt like it was my fault. Not dissing anybody that had AIDS, but I just felt like I was irresponsible. But, like, as I went through therapy, like, bitch, I was going to the doctor every month. Like, if you have a baby, bitch, I want to see you after the 6 months, bitch. After that, I'm not 6 months. After you have a baby, 6 weeks, bitch, you want a 6 week checkup. Bitch, I got on birth control. She did this. I seen her a month after that every time because I was breastfeeding. And then I had got on birth control, so she wanted to monitor that. So, like, I did my due diligence. She didn't. So, like, don't ever feel like it's your fault. Beat yourself up, knock yourself down, none of that shit like that. Like, I went to my first breast cancer gala yesterday. Heads for Hearts. It was, like, amazing. I had got a grant, and y'all, I had went to the 360 booth. So look, I'm texting her the whole night because I have to go by my fucking self. So I'm texting her the whole night, and I seen her a video of me and this girl at the 360 booth. Mm-hmm. I walk up to the booth, and it was all ladies with, like, low cuts, and they was just beautiful. And I pointed to her, and I was like, can you do the video with me? I don't got no friends here. And she was just like, yeah, y'all. It was all women. And out of her, I gravitated to her. Mm-hmm. So we did the 360 booth. We was talking a little bit. Boom, I go back to my table. So they're giving people their awards and stuff. And they was given the Thriver of the Year award. It's like a person that has stage 4 breast cancer and they're thriving and, moving through life. And it was going to be this breast cancer advocate that just passed. She just passed in April. Y'all, when I was diagnosed, Sheila Robertson, I think, her movie had got dropped on BET, and I told my whole family to watch it because it was so relatable. Like, she went to the doctor one time and found out she had stage 4 breast cancer. Her mama died from stage 4 breast cancer. She had a daughter, and her daughter was, like, in the movie, and it was just so relatable to me and my family, y'all. So she had just passed. So they was like, she's not here to get the award. So her daughter's gonna accept it on her behalf. Y'all, why was it the girl that I was on the 360 booth with that I sent you in the fucking video? That was her daughter. Bitch, I hopped up on my seat like, that was her daughter, girl. Everybody looking at me. I'm like, bro, I'm fanned out because, like, I had did so much research on her mama because, like, her mama, like, was stepping for us as, like, Black breast cancer patients, like, and she lived 14 years with the shit and she just passed. And I'm like, bro, I was just talking to her and like, you would not tell this girl mama had just passed. Like her glow, her aura, like it was like on some me shit. Like, bitch, how was you like this? Bitch, how you doing this for what you like, y'all?
When did her mama pass?
April, bitch, it's fucking August. April, May, June, July. August, my passed 4 months ago. And she got up there and she said some stuff for her mama, and like all the bald-headed women, well, low-cut women that she was next to, those were Sheila Robinson's sisters. So those were her aunts. So like that was all her family, girl. Bitch.
That was at the 360?
Yes. That I was just talking to. Bitch, when I tell y'all I was fanned the fuck out. So I had to leave to go get my baby. So I'm leaving out after I got my grant. Bitch look cute. And on my pink, bitch. And I'm like, girl, I just walked up to her and I was like, you her daughter? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, how are you like, bitch? I'm asking questions everybody asks me. Like, bitch, how are you like this? Like, it was just crazy to see, like, how I am on somebody else. You know, like, it was fucking nuts, bro. Like, I was just, girl, I cannot believe that shit.
That's dope.
Bitch,
oh my God.
I could not believe. Y'all gotta go watch that movie. It's like Grace something on BET. I'm gonna have my sister drop it because she the IT. Bitch, the movie was so relatable, and to see her and then her sisters was right there. And she was like, yeah, these are all her sisters. And it was like, for you to go to her out of all the people, like she was like, we were straight right here, and you went to her to like, it was just fucking crazy. And the lady at the gala, she did a speech and she was like, I believe in divine energy. Like, people were put in front of you at the right time for a reason. And I feel like meeting her was just like fucking divine timing as fuck. Like, God wanted me to touch her to just be like, keep being happy, keep doing it. Like, I want to start like a union or something for like, you know, the breast cancer, like, because it just feel like every group therapy I go to or something, they just all in there just crying and stuff. And that's fine. Like, deal with those feelings. But get the fuck up.
Yeah.
Get up. Like, come on. Like, we like, come on. Like, we gotta get up. Like, bitch.
And I think when you wear it on you, it make your situation worse than what it is. Versus you trying to do a 160 on it to where it's like, okay, I know how to fight back, and then that motherfucker.
And it's hard not to wear it on you
like,
when you going through it. It's hard not to, because I feel ugly. My body weak. How can I look ugly? You know what I'm saying? Not look ugly. Bitch, my sister was coming over to the house, cutting off my hair for me, or you know what I'm saying, just to make sure I feel cute with my low cut, bitch. Like, I'm going to the nail shop early when ain't nobody there, bitch. I'm still gonna feel cute. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, do shit. If you feel like I'm ugly right now, everybody saying, bitch, go up, get the nail tech, go up in that motherfucker when they close. Go up in there the first hour they open. But bitch, I was still coming in their appointment. I mean, my doctor's appointments looking cute. Like, it's you're bitch.
Yeah, but I'm glad that you shared that with us. I feel like it's a lot of people out here with cancer, a lot of people that's probably going through this. Y'all have any questions, any more questions, like, please subscribe, please drop y'all questions below, because you know this is a serious matter that you don't want to be bullshitting on it. You want to make sure you can get at it like firsthand.
That's why I'm serious about the podcast, because I want to make money to go towards the study and shit of breast cancer, because why the fuck is there no cure yet? Like, what the fuck is going on? So like, I want to start generating money to go towards that shit. So it ain't just, I don't know, shit like, bitch, I'm just sitting here talking to you smoking. Like, bitch, it's a bigger picture, bitch. The pink came from some motherfucking work.
Thank y'all so much. We love y'all. Please tune in. Tune in. I feel like we gotta give y'all something, because it was just so deep and so sentimental. You should like get up and like do a little something like twerk. You know?
Okay, I did say once we get it.
Girl, you know that?
All day,